goodness. It's been so long since I've done an update. And today is finally the day where I do an update for us. Okay, so we're going to start with a fit check. Even though the fit is not anything different from what we usually do, let's have that hang because we're edgy. Yeah, we're edgy. We're edgy. Not really. As you can see, we have a mean cough, a nasty cough. And that's because last Friday, we got sick. Ooh, what was that little fuzz? Last Friday, we got sick. So, we're still recovering from that sickness. But hey, it's okay. What piqued my interest to start this? For one, I haven't done anything since November. I cannot stop smiling because I'm actually so happy to be doing this because I haven't done it in such a long time. But like a lot of things, like a lot of my videos, I often say, yeah, let's just do it after a process of scrolling. Oh yeah. Phone screen. Ooh, 2:55. Dude, look at that. Sister just got out of school. Starting track practice. She's starting track. Oh my goodness. But yeah. As we can see, I love my art, so it has to be on my phone. Black and white is the go for us for now. Just because. But yeah, I often start these videos when I realize that something that I may have been doing minutes before was not something very productive, and I don't mean this in a sense where it's like productivity is of complete importance or most importance, but usually when I'm scrolling, and in this case I was scrolling and looking for something, like actively looking for something to watch, because I just finished the anime that I've been watching when I'm taking my breaks. Full Metal, just finished that, really loved it. Alchemist, really loved it. So yeah, we finished that. As I was saying, I was actively scrolling, looking for something to watch, looking for something to stimulate me. Even though something that I realized is like, yeah, like I'm fine with watching the videos. I think I'm out of the cycle of shame that comes from just constant doom scrolling. And this is because I find that I've actually incorporated things into my break, aka crochet and knitting. We started knitting, bro. And I just took down the little piece that I did. So no, we cannot see where we've been with this, but you know, it's in your Snapchat memories, and it's in the things that you've sent people. So you know what it looked like. This yarn is very pretty. I hope to do something really good with this, but regardless, this is going to be my practice yarn for knitting. We've been crocheting. Some updates with that. We still have this project to finish for Lakia, but that doodle bob. Look at that doodle bob. Look at that doodle bob. Like, you've been really doing your thing when it comes to your hobbies, and that's important to mention when it comes to this whole thing, because I've been actively incorporating these types of things into my breaks when I'm not studying and such for school, or when I'm not reading my chapters and taking my notes for school. which is good. But it just made me realize, like, I don't have this. I have the pull because that's what just influenced me to just set this up, because I knew that I wanted to do this today. I wanted to do it yesterday, but I had a really productive day in terms of academics yesterday, so I was just like, no, I will push it to today because I have a lot of time. And I want to use that time for things like this, because making the videos for myself and also just making videos in general to just get my thoughts out there actually makes me very happy, or I'm very satisfied with doing so. I'm satisfied with pouring out my thoughts about certain things and just releasing it. And since this is a diary channel for me, but also for whoever decides that they want to watch me as well, because I've seen that I have 3 subscribers, and although I know one of those subscribers, that's a lot of people to watch. And I've also received views for different videos that I've already posted, and that's been something too. Like, even though it's small, it's not that small to me. It's still worth something, no matter the size with which it is. So yeah. So updates. But no, maybe I shall continue with what I had to say about why I'm even making this video, or what got me, what influenced me. Okay, so I mentioned the scrolling, but also today and for the past few days, I felt really good about the way in which I'm going about communicating with the people closest to me, whether that includes being extremely clear about things or just intel, like letting them know what's going on in my life. And I mean this specifically for parents, letting them know what's going on in my life. And I've been saying this to friends, or I said this to a friend, that something very important to me, or a very important statement that I've been using to help me communicate more effectively and more constantly, is to listen to the message and to not listen as much to the messenger. That is not to discredit the messenger. That is not to disregard the messenger's existence, because you wouldn't receive the message without the messenger. So that I do understand. But what I'm saying is, when you hear certain things from certain people, and I mean the people that you have a vast amount of history with, when certain people in your life tell you things, and these may be people that you're more inclined to get irritated with after hearing what it is they have to say, or you may not like this person as much. It's not loving the person. It's not liking the person as much, and to each their own. Everybody has their own unique reason as to why they do or don't like the people that they love, and usually it has to do with things that are done or the way that things are done. But I don't have to get into that. Like, I'm getting into it without getting into it, because whenever I rewatch this, or whoever watches this, but let's keep it to me for this little segment right here. You know the time period with which I made this, so you also know, or you may have an understanding of what has happened since, or what has happened around this time. I'm talking January, December, January. You know. So that's that. But back to the message, right? The message to pay less mind to the messenger, especially when you're in a time where the messenger aligns with all things that you may not want to listen to or take into consideration. Listen to the words. And that's not to discredit tone, because tone plays a hefty part in communication. And I would know, because I know that it's something that I'm navigating. It's something that I'm learning. And that's another reason why I pay attention to this thing that I'm sharing, to pay attention to the message. More message paying attention to, less messenger, okay? Yeah. Yuck. Yes, less messenger. Now, as you can see, or hopefully you see or hear or are being conveyed, that situations are unique. Communication styles are unique. Relationships are unique. To you, how you go about it with the people that you're holding those things with is different, and it's up to you. I'm just saying what we've been doing, and what I would encourage others to do, is listen to the message. There's closeness that can be obtained if you listen to the message. And your feelings, you're really gonna have to sweep through those feelings. Like, pick up the trash. Analyze that trash. Like, what are we keeping? What's big here? What's small? What can we let go? What can we truly let go? That's something that we've been paying attention to, and I would like, well, it's not really about what I would like now, is it? But I would encourage others to pay attention to that, your feelings and your thoughts, and how they are at odds, or how you can strengthen the relationship between your feelings and your thoughts. How you can make it so you are on the same team. Yeah, that's where I'll go with that. That is where I will go with that right there. And perhaps I shall end that there. That's something that I'm paying loads and loads of attention to, and it's helping. I feel that it's helping. It's helping me be better, or it's helping in the way that I try to be better in familial relationships. And the main relationships that I mean when I say familial is my relationship with my parents. So that's something that I'm navigating. It's not to discredit friend relationships or sibling relationships, with which I feel like more confident in, because I convey things a lot more clearly than what I do with the parentals. But we're growing in that, and I don't deny my growing in that. And I disagree with those who say that I'm not, or say that I haven't. So that's another little peek right there as to some things that may have been said to me. But it's, for the diary focused section of this, which is intertwined, it's talking to the people who may be viewing this, but also talking to myself. Yep, that's what this is. So yeah, you see this hat though? I love this hat. Leah made me this hat. Love this hat. I've been wearing this hat since the sickness. because that's the day that we did the gift swap, which I need her to send me the pictures for. God damn. But I think this would be a perfect time to display my art. So that's what we're gonna do. I've made so many things over the course of the past few months, and I love that I actually, oh, I'm not gonna show this yet. I love that I actually took things on and went to events when I was invited and such, and that I've communicated with communities that I've entered or different organizations that I've entered. Like, there's so many new things that I could possibly do this year. And there's a lot of goals that I need to actually solidify. And what I mean by that is write them down and make sure they're smart. Let's see if we can remember what SMART goals are. Ew. SMART, that's specific. M is measurable. A is attainable. But like, why would it be attainable? No, and I don't mean that as in why would it be attainable, but like, R is reasonable. T is timely. A might have something else. It might be something else, but I think that's what they are. But anyways, I mentioned that because I will actually write down my SMART goals for this year, whether that relates to personal goals, and personal goals heavily includes interests such as crochet and knitting and painting, all my creative hobbies. Writing as well, that's another thing. We have kind of strayed when it comes to writing, although we have made shareable journals for the parentals. We have done that, so eventually I will be adding to that depending on when the parentals add to theirs. But as far as our own, we actually need a new one. But Mama is dang near full. Like, Mama actually needs to be either rebought or, what's the word? There's a word for this. We know it, girl. We know it. Y'all gonna have to wait until I figure out this word. I don't care. Man, I should just crawl in a hole. Because why can't I remember this word? You need to be not restocked, not returned, replaced. Yes, Mama needs to be replaced. Mama's on her last legs. But as far as writing goes, I've actually made a video of a poem, Muddyville, which I liked. I don't care if anybody else don't like it, but I fucking like it. It's in there. And there's more that I should release in some way, shape, or fashion. In the same way that I hope to release more things about myself. Like, for instance, Fic Check days, or me just sharing my art and the things that I crochet or knit. Like, I can put myself out there more just for the heck of it. Just to share my being, this being, with other beings, because why not? Otherwise, I'm just hiding, and that's something that I would like to refrain from, although I know that I can be a pretty little wallflower. I don't need to be. So that's something. But how did we get onto this? We started talking about goals. Goals. Say it. Goals. Yeah. Goals. I will. Let's just cut it from the little jibber jabber like last time, you know. I will be writing those down because that's something important to me. I want to actually measure and document how I'm growing. So, that's that for that. Now we can show the art. I'm very proud of this piece. This piece was done, I don't remember. Sometime in December or November, but I really think it was December. This basically is a pretty good representation of a lot of the things that I go for when it comes to drawing. I really like drawing and painting now, since that's an added thing. I really just started painting for real last year. Like, it's not like I've never done it before, but like, due to going to events with my peoples and those events being art influenced, art based, this is the result of that. So, but I tend to go for faces, and I tend to just connect different shapes and kind of go for different things with that. And yeah, and I love that there's so many different ways that you can look at my pieces. This is a fave for sure. As you can see, I'm very much one of those people who stick to the eyes for a long time. If you can't tell. But yeah. So that's one for that. Just because I want to. I've showcased it before, but if you can or can't, who knows. I also did that last year. I did a lot of drawing and painting last year. Very proud of it. This is an interesting piece made the 28th or 29th of December after a specific event. It's very emotional to me, for me. It's a piece that I don't usually do, or a way of drawing or painting that I don't usually do or go for, but this was the result. And then the last one that I'm willing to share is this one. Really like this one too. As I said before, you can look at my things from different directions. If anything, I encourage the different directional angles or whatever when it comes to my pieces, because I kind of turn my work around anyway, because I like to see where is this going in a way that I cannot see. But this also stemmed from eyes, eyebrows, and an ear. I'm not going to explain how, but here's the look. And then I would showcase crocheted things, but I've already given those away. Oh, actually I can display some crocheted things. Even though I don't really like them, I've done a bunch of granny squares the past year, the last half, the last month of the year of 2024. Really like this one. Like the colors, like the design. But as far as bigger projects go, I made this for my best friend, and she will be getting this for Galentine's Day. I'm just gonna... Oh, locks. We actually did a hairstyle. Crazy, right? But it's about time for that hairstyle to come out, to be honest with you. But I'm gonna let it live some more before I wash and such. But isn't this so cute? Like, this is... Ew. This is so cute. Like, Hello Kitty is her thing. Hello Kitty is her thing. She's very much like Croquette too, which was the inspo for this. And I think I did a really good job with this project. So yeah. And I think that's about it. This was one of my first projects though, because I only started crochet. I know it looks like a bikini. I only started crochet in, I believe, June of last year. I don't really want to tie this, but as we can see, it has little curly ends. I produced 3 of these in 3 consecutive nights. And yeah. Oh, one of my gifts is over there. That I'm still trying to figure out what to do with. And also, every painting that's over here was from my volunteering at the nursing center. Except that one. This one was from just a random day where I wanted to paint. But I have to figure out what to do with this because it's so pretty. And it doesn't really match the room. But I'm going to make it match. Because that's what we do here. So, I would say that's pretty much the update with me. I intend to make more videos with specific topics at hand. And usually I do it at random. I know myself. I know the nature of my being when it comes to this. That doesn't mean I don't like doing this or putting out videos or anything. It just has to do with life, schedule, and the wave of thought. When it comes to more specific videos, like with specific topics, it has to be the wave of thought. Like, I have to be thinking about that, and then it just, well, it comes out. Think about it, put this up, talk to myself, but talk to people, because someone's going to see this, and it's not just going to be me. So, yeah. I enjoyed making this, and I hope whoever sees it enjoys it too. Toodaloo.